All right, we are back for Real Talk with Donnie Stevens, episode 4, part 3. I want to thank Ethan Purrington for being on here. That was a great interview, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. In part 2, moving forward, we're going to wrap up today and talk about the NBA a little bit. A game 7 today between the Celtics and the Bucks. I think it's going to be it's been a great series, but I think Boston's going to end up pulling away and winning at home. Then tonight you got game 1 of the Pelicans and the Warriors in the West semifinals. I'm going to go ahead and say I believe on that game that the Warriors will go up 1-0 and take an early lead in that one. Tomorrow, Sunday, we've got game 1 of the Jazz and the Rockets on the Western Conference semis as well. I'm going to take the Rockets at home in game 1 on that one. But then that gives us to the other game, the game that everybody wants to see, game 7 between the Pacers and the Cavaliers. Now, last night in game 6, the Pacers routed the Cavaliers at home, like they're supposed to do, held home court advantage, and forced a game 7. I know a lot of people are saying LeBron hadn't been, facing elimination in a long time. Is it over in Cleveland? Is he gonna leave next year? I do think he's leaving next year. I will say that. I think he's going to either go play for the 76ers or he could go play for the Houston Rockets, or the two teams I think that he could go to. I do think the Cavaliers will win this game and move on, but I don't see them getting, much further in the playoffs. And, we'll talk a little bit too about the Thunder in a second, but moving on, the Thunder they were eliminated. So I've got to find another team to root for during the playoffs, right, so I can watch it. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm all in supporting the 76ers. I love the process. I love to see what they're about right now. I love Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Those guys are fun to watch, and hopefully they can make a good run. It'd be nice to see them go to the NBA Finals. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. But let's go back now to the Thunder. So obviously, last year we were able to pull off a trade. They brought in Paul George. Then they traded to get Carmelo Anthony. And the sky was the limit. Everybody was talking about, okay, is this the team that can contend with the Golden State Warriors? Is this the team that, since Kevin Durant left, Oklahoma City, is Russell got a team to help him get over that hump? The expectations were high. I think a lot of people didn't think that they would beat the Warriors and go to the finals, but a lot of people thought, okay, they're gonna definitely be a great team this year. They're gonna make a deep run in the playoffs, and they're gonna challenge. And hey, they showed a lot of things in this series. First of all, I got to give respect to the Jazz. The Jazz, Donovan Mitchell is off the chart. He is an awesome rookie. The sky's the limit for him. He is going to have a phenomenal career in Utah. Ricky Rubio came up big. Favor played well. Gortat played well down low, or Gortat. Ingles, the dude can shoot threes. They just played constant team ball. They moved the ball around. They weren't selfish. They were just a better team than Oklahoma City. But let's go back to Oklahoma City. So you got Carmelo Anthony, who, yes, he's in the 15th year of his career. He did not show up in this series. He looked like he was tired. He looked like he wasn't just engaged, like he wasn't happy to be out there. I know his shot was off, but he looked like he really dragged the Thunder down in this series. Then you got playoff P, Paul George, who everybody in Oklahoma City is hoping will stay in Oklahoma City. He ended up not showing up last night in Game 6 after a great performance in Game 5, but he was just horrible. Now, granted, he did some other things to help out. He had some assists and played some good defense, but in a Game 6, when your season's on the line, you've got to show up, and he just didn't seem like he had it last night. Steven Adams had a great game as well. He finally got some offensive rebounds and was able to, be all over the place, and he scored some points. Westbrook, he was over 40 points last night. He did everything possible he could to get them the victory. Of course, he did take a lot of crazy shots at the end. To me, they really, towards the end, they're down 3. There's like a little over a minute. They really kind of forced it. They had multiple opportunities and rebounds. They couldn't make anything. Then even when the last one, when Paul George thought he got fouled, they waited like 10 seconds to foul him. So it's kind of like they were in panic or something. Just a disappointing season, I think, overall, because that was a team that we thought could go to the next level. Now, granted, the talk I keep on hearing still and nationally is about Westbrook, that a lot of people compare him to an Allen Iverson, where he's a great player, but he's never going to win the big championship. He doesn't make the guys around him better. Kevin Durant left for a reason. Ibaka got better when he left. Harden got better once he left. Victor Oladipo has obviously gotten better since he left. Sabonis, the list goes on and on. And I do think there's something to that. I think that sometimes the Thunder in the past have always been bad about playing hero ball instead of getting other people involved and using your resources to play team ball. When they first made the trade for Paul George, I thought, oh, he's going to L.A. next year. There's no way he'll stay. He likes it in Oklahoma. Everything kind of was going good this year. And, midway through the season, if you ask me, I'd say I think he's 80% that he's going to stay, 20% that he might leave. I'm going to say I still think there's a great chance he's going to stay, but I would say the chances have went down. I would say now, if you ask me, it'd be about 60% that he's going to stay. It really depends what he wants. If he wants to go back home to L.A., does he want to try to rebuild? They've got something special in OKC. They really just kind of have to tweak some things. A lot of people wonder, will Billy Donovan be back? Is this as far as he can take him? Will Carmelo be back? He can opt out and try to go test the market. The money that he's guaranteed if he stays in Oklahoma City, he's not going to get on the market. Do we want Melo back? I don't, he's at the point of his career that he's the third option on this team, but he didn't show up at all in the playoffs. And your big guys, when it's playoff time, your big guys have got to show up and play. I know Westbrook gave everything he had, but at the end, it just wasn't enough. So it'll be interesting to see. A lot of things are going to happen. I know a few years back, when Durant left for Golden State, it happened on July 4th when he made the announcement. I wasn't shocked. I really thought, especially after they blew a 3-1 lead to Golden State that year, that he wasn't coming back. This one right here is going to be tough because it just depends on what Paul George is wanting to do for the future. Like I said, I hope he stays, and I hope that they give it one more year to try to make another run and see what they can do. And, if Melo, I'd like to see Melo at least have one more big year left in him. He's not going to average over 22 a game, but he could still be a great third option, hit some threes, bring them some scoring. I think the evolution of Steven Adams is even going to grow over the offseason. He's already a big-time player. He showed it this year. He's been one of the Thunder's, I think, best players when, he's on the court. So it's going to be good to see how much better he gets over the offseason. Then you got some role players that have played a good role. Abrinas, he's getting better and better. You got the rookie, Ferguson, who he's going to get better as the offseason goes on. It'll be interesting to see if they bring Patterson or Felton back as well. So a lot of great things going on. Sad to see their season over. I love watching the Thunder. I was hoping I was going to be driving to Oklahoma City tomorrow for Game 7, but that didn't end up working. So we'll see what happens on there. I know there's a lot of exciting games going on today and tomorrow in the playoffs, so we'll be sure to watch that and keep you updated. Appreciate everybody watching the show today. I hope you enjoyed our NFL draft talk, our interview with Ethan Purrington, and then a little bit of Thunder talk at the end. Next week is Cinco de Mayo, and we will be broadcasting live for the first time on the show. That way you can actually interact and ask questions as the show's going on. So we're really excited about that. The only way you can watch it next week is if you like the For Real Talk with Donnie Stevens page on Facebook. That's where we'll be broadcasting from. And it'll be Cinco de Mayo. It'll be a fun day, and we'll definitely have some great topics to talk about. The following week will be Mother's Day, and we'll be doing a special Mother's Day special for all you mothers. and we'll be definitely putting a focus on you guys and letting you know how much we appreciate you. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy the time with your family. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. There's a lot of good things with the draft and basketball going on, so we'll be watching that. My son's got a game later on today, so we'll get to go watch the Storm hopefully beat the Aztecs. So have a great day, guys, and appreciate everybody who watches this show, and we'll talk next week. Thank you.